19 years as a cop and self-defense expert have taught Gary Fredo to be prepared, to anticipate the unexpected. But what makes an expert's response so effective? A prepared response is quick, decisive, and focused on a vulnerable target, like the pelvis. Technology reveals the anatomical secrets of this strikingly effective target. The pelvis is the human body's structural center. Like a building's foundation, it supports everything above. Break the pelvis, and the body can fall like a house of cards. Sound difficult? The architecture of this foundation has a built-in weakness. This is where experts strike, the pubis.
It's not bone that you're actually hitting, but it's a connection of two bones, and so that does form a weak point. The structure is actually a ring, and when you break the ring, you can see how it would potentially break right here.
It takes up to 400 pounds of force to break the pelvis. Can one quick strike deliver that much force? And if so, will it disable an attacker? Dominic DeVito is trained to deliver such a strike. David Abel's pressure profile system will measure the force of the strike. A sensor pad fixed to the bag will determine if Dominic's technique truly has pelvis-breaking power.
Okay, Dominic, what we want you to do is we want you to hit right here on this target.
Okay.
Okay, so we ready to collect data?
We're ready.
3, 2, 1.
A simple strike with the palm of the hand. 384 pounds of force. Surprising, even to the scientists.
Well, it's right at about the 400 level, so I have to admit that's more force than I thought he was going to generate.
Yeah.
It's at the level where breaking the pubic bone is definitely a possibility.
But is it enough force to take down an attacker? To determine if the pubic bone would break takes a different dummy.
So Dominic, what we have here now is we have a skeleton, and it has the internal organs. We have a bladder, a colon, and we have all the pelvic bones here. So when you actually impact this, it should be fairly realistic as to what you would actually feel in the human body if you were to impact with this pelvic strike.
In the real world, the counter-strike would likely surprise the attacker. He would be as unprepared to move as a dummy.
3, 2, 1.
Did bone break? A little exploratory surgery will tell.
This might be one of the more unusual surgeries I've ever done. Oh, yeah. It looks like the front of the pelvic bone is separated now, so it's fractured. Yeah, normally you see this in only high-velocity car crashes. And so this, continues to surprise me, frankly, that we're seeing this much injury.
384 pounds of self-defense from a strike that traveled less than 3 feet. It's all about anatomy. This is the structural secret of a self-defense strike. The ring-shaped pelvis is a fused group of bones secured by the tough ligaments and cartilage of the pubic joint. Yet within this fault line lies its weakness. The strike lands just above the joint. Its energy spreads like a wave to the bladder, intestine, and colon, thrusting the organs back against the pelvic bone. Moving with enough force, the strike can fracture the pelvic ring. With the pubis fractured, standing becomes difficult. Walking, nearly impossible. Without the integrity of the pelvic ring, the body becomes top-heavy, and the attacker collapses.